Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome to Football Manager 2017, and this is my Arsenal career mode. So I've taken over from Arsenal. I've selected a load of different leagues to be done and to be used in this particular save file. So as I'm going to be doing this, I'm basically going to be breaking it down. So it's going to be done in sections, so different parts will be pre-recorded. Some episodes will literally be like the key matches, like Manchester United, Chelsea, depending on how the league is going or how the Champions League, FA Cup, whatever's going. We'll be doing those matches live, but otherwise it will just be a highlight, a replay of the game after the fact, just to try and keep things flowing more smoothly. Apart from this episode, of course, where I'm just talking about what I'm going to be doing and what I'm going to be looking at. So this episode, or in this episode, I'm going to assess the people that I want to buy and want to get rid of, and which players I'm going to keep, which players I'm going to loan out, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to make a short list, scout all the players that I'm thinking about buying in this episode, and then discuss the ones that I'm going to buy and why. And obviously, if anyone does watch this and wants to put their input in, any of the players I put on the shortlist, if you particularly want me to go for them over someone else, then that is fine. And I'm also going to be going through and discussing the players that I want to get rid of as well, and why I want to get rid of them. I think that's more important, and moving players up and down the teams, if I move someone into the reserves or bring someone up, all of the first part of the squad building will be done in this episode. So that's something to look forward to. Don't really think I've got too much to say at this point until I've decided exactly what I'm going to do. As you can see, I've got quite a big squad. I don't feel like a huge amount needs doing to the Arsenal team. I think probably I've already decided what I'm sort of going to be looking at is trying to sign one big first team player and then probably 2 or 3 younger players to go and to be in and around the team. Maybe send out on loan. We'll have to see. As you can see, I've got quite a decent transfer budget, £40 million, although we can get that up to 67. And there are, of course, a couple of players that I do want to sell. So we're going to be looking at that. The first thing I want to do, though, if he's available, is to at least attempt. I would like to get Mr. Dennis Bergkamp as my assistant manager. So hopefully, there we go. We could get Roland Bergkamp, but I don't think he's that good. The budget, no. We're not really bothered about that. So there's Mr. Dennis Bergkamp. Okay, he's not got the best stats, but at the end of the day, I think he should be at Arsenal. Where is he? How can we offer him a contract? I don't know if he'll actually join. Oh, he will join. He'll join as a coach, actually, in fact. But I would like him to be my assistant manager. Will he join me? Will you join me, Dennis? You want more money? That's fine. Exit talks. So I do actually want to keep Steve Bold as well. I don't really have a huge amount of backroom staff, but I've delegated that to my assistant manager, which will be Dennis Bergkamp when he does get in. Where is my staff? Show them to me. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit here. Why can I not see who my staff are? Oh, there we go. So Steve Bold is my assistant manager, but I'm going to offer him a new contract, and I'm going to offer him a coaching role, because I don't particularly want him to be my assistant manager. How about if I say that literally the only job you're going to get here is going to be a coach? I can't offer you any more than that. I'm backed into the corner by your negotiations. I'm giving you more money to do a lesser role. Okay, well, what is this? DOF. I don't know what that means. How much did it cost me to terminate? 1.3 million. Okay, well, I'm terminating Steve Bold's contract then, so that I can get Dennis Bergkamp in. Right. So that's the first thing I wanted to do, and I'm glad I've managed to do it, because in previous Football Managers I haven't been able to, because Dennis Bergkamp didn't want to leave Ajax. So, what I'm going to do in this episode is, next I'm going to go through and scout the players that I want to sign, and I'm also going to be trying to sell some players as well. So I will just highlight the players that I'm going to try and sell. Debussy, obviously, for very good reasons. I'm going to try and sell him and then try and bring in a young right back. I think that's one of the young positions I want to bring in to compete with Hector Bellerin, or backup for Hector Bellerin, more likely. I would also like to get rid of Mertesacker, but unfortunately he's out 5-6 months. So I'm probably actually just going to move him into the under-23s, because no point having him around, no point having him in the squad. He's not going to be playing anyway. Palisa can stay. I also want to get rid of Nacho. I know a lot of people like him and think he's really good, but I think it's time to move him on and sign someone else at left back to challenge with Kieran Gibbs. Just my personal preference on that one. Rob Holding I may look to send out on loan. I quite like him, but yeah, I didn't think his potential would be amazing. And I'm probably going to get rid of Anene as well, just mainly because the player that I sort of would like to bring in will probably be a midfielder. So, and I think we can bring in some young players that will be got more time to develop. I mean, I know Anene is not that old, but an 18-year-old with a bit more time and a bit high potential as well will be better. So Anene will be one of the ones I will be looking to get rid of, and I'm also going to be looking to get rid of Mesut Ozil as well, and probably Danny Welbeck, but not for a while anyway, because obviously he's out for many months. And Ozil, if I can get a good price for him. So a lot of people will disagree on that one, but I just think that Ozil's too temperamental. He's got some really nice stats though. I'm not denying that at all. If I can get a good amount of money for him, he'll go. If not, then he'll stay and I'll play him. But we'll have to see how that all goes. I wonder how Alex Iwobi's looking this season. Looking a lot better than he was last season in terms of his potential anyway. But his stats are still not brilliant. I'll also be looking to promote some players from the 23s. A couple of players I can think of are... although I'll probably send him out on loan though. So yeah, I need to decide who I'm going to send out on loan and who's going to stay and be in the first team. So just because obviously we've got some good players that I really like here. Chris Willock, Zalem, Rennie Adelaide and Mullen. I think they're all really good players. I know I really like Chuba, but I just don't think he's got enough about him to break into the first team. So yes, that's what I'll be doing. So next thing you'll see now after this is me cut to my shortlist with the players that I'm looking to sign. Hopefully Dennis Bergkamp will be assistant manager as well, and I'll go through each player and you'll be able to have a look. And if you want to vote on which one you would like to see me sign for the next episode, that would be amazing. So here we are back on the squad selection screen, just to show you what sort of stuff I've done. So all the players that are out injured for a long time that I don't want to keep, I have put into the under-23s. Matthew Debussy is probably going to be going to Genoa for £1 million, but it's more like just getting him off the books, really. And I've also brought in Malin up to the first division, but made him available for the under-23s for 45 minutes a game. So if I do have a chance to play him, I will do, but if not, then obviously not. It's just I want to have him in and around the first team. So you probably notice there's a couple of names that are missing on here, and I'll just show you the transfers that we have done so far. So Mesut Ozil's gone to Paris Saint-Germain for a little bit less than I'd have liked. If it had been 40 million plus, that would have been a lot better, but they made a non-negotiable offer, and I felt like it was obviously less than what I would have wanted, but still a decent amount, and it gives me a bit more to play with this season in terms of bringing in players. And Mohamed Elneny's gone as well. Even though he's a really good player, I feel like I got about the right money for him. So, and these two guys have gone out on loan. Jeffrey Adelaide's gone to Swansea, so that'll probably be quite good. Get him some Premier League experience. So we look at the finances now. I've got nearly 90 million transfer budget. But I'm also over 800k above the wage. So I don't know how much I can get it up to. 127. Yeah. So quite a fair amount. And now, the piece de resistance. We're going to look at the shortlist. So I've got 45 players on this shortlist, and I have categorised them by their recommended ability. Now, I'm a bit disappointed by some of the ones down the bottom of here, because they're ones that I've used, especially in last year's Football Manager. And the reason I've stopped it at this point is because Mala or Mela, whatever sort of stress you want to put on the A, he has been offered a new contract by Santos. So if I want to bid and try to get him now, obviously, well, if I want to try and bid and get him, I've got to do it now. So that's the first thing. So I thought we'll do this bit before that, so that I actually have chance. So I did want Jetro Willems, or I looked at him, scouted him. I mean, he's okay, 3-star. He would have been quite a good left back, after replacing Monreal even. But Manchester United got in there really quick. I mean, we're less than or just over a week into the season, and look, they've already signed him, and they got him for a really good price as well. So that's disappointing, but so it just goes to show how quick you've got to really jump on some of these transfers. Like some of the guys are almost, like especially the younger guys, are almost getting loaned out already. But in terms of what players I'm going to go for, I've set a cut-off point of anyone who's under Shaqiri. I'm not going to go for Shaqiri because he is way, way too expensive. But it does mean I'm missing out on a lot of really good players. So I shout out to pretty much all of these players because these guys have been really good in the past. Bozor, this guy, Junior Bacuna, looks quite good. He's probably Leonardo or Leandro Bacuna's brother, I think, or cousin or something, because they look quite similar as well. Donny van der Beek is actually quite good as well. Obviously, we're trying to win the title, so our expectations are going to be a lot higher. Terra Vest, I think, is really good. I signed him for Bournemouth. He's not doing particularly well in that one, but he's got the potential to be quite good. Rico Henry, but he is injured. Tommy de Villena, he looks quite good as well. And Ismail Azui or Azzi, or however you want to pronounce it. He was amazing for me in last year's Football Manager, but maybe his random stats at the start of the game he's not been given a favourable one, so which is a bit of a shame because he's one of the guys I really wanted to sign. So just a little bit of a shout out to those guys who are under there, because some of them are actually quite good. So all the guys that have got 4 and above I'm going to be looking at, which, well, I'm going to get rid of Shaqiri, I suppose, because he's too expensive, isn't he? But how many players is that? So we've got 19, total of 19 people, so these are the ones that we're going to be looking at. I wonder if I can actually just get rid of these. Where are you, Shaqiri? Remove from a short list. There we go. So they're the players I'm going to be looking at. If there's anyone in particular that you'd like to see me go for, then feel free to let me know. Zivkovic and Pereira, if I'm correct in saying so, yes, they're on loan. So I could go for them still, but may not get them. This guy is pretty much a done deal. Ryan Sessigonon? I don't know. But I made an offer for him on literally the first day, and you can offer him a contract straight away, and which I have done, and he's ready to go through now, so I can literally ask for confirmation. I am going to be signing him, so we might as well do that now. He's a left back, looks really good, potential wise anyway. He's obviously a bit, or very, very raw at the minute, but although, yeah, okay, he can play. So he's sort of got like a Kieran Gibbs thing going where he can play all down the left, which is quite nice, and he's very quick. He's only 16 as well, so he's going to get the homegrown and all that sort of stuff as well, which is not really something I think about. It does say he could be a right back as well, which is interesting. So that's, potentially one position done. I mean, I'm obviously open to other suggestions. A couple of the players I'm going to be going for or I am going to see if I can get Griezmann. He doesn't want to join, so that's probably a no-go, but I'm going to have a go anyway. He's the one I really do want to go for. But if any of you guys got any suggestions on the rest of these guys, do let me know. I'm just trying to think. Obviously, the Mala thing needs to be sorted out straight away as to whether I want him or not. But I was thinking I might just go for Telemans. I was going to sign him in last year's Football Manager, but at the time when I was offered him, I didn't really have anywhere to play him. And subsequently, Manchester United bought him, and he didn't really do very well. But it looks like he is, 5-star. What's his current ability? Okay, it's only 2. He's got a lot of growing to do, but he's got the potential there. I think 17.5 million is his buyout, and he can play basically all through the middle from DM to attacking midfielder, so he looks really good. On there, Also, this guy's probably worth signing as well. Apologies for the coughing. He was actually in last year's Football Manager, so I don't get why he's only I'm trying to say it's his first season. That's weird. Anyway, I am talking too much. This episode's been quite, well, it would have been quite short, but I've obviously gone off on tangents. So yeah, let me know. I will give it 24 hours, and then I will start signing the players I want. I need to make it in my own head which guys I actually do want to go for. But it will be players off this list. I should have thought on this, I think, of anyone else in the meantime. Obviously, probably will be going for the ones higher up here. And I do like Dolberg, so he's a potential one as well. But we'll wait and see. We don't know yet. There you go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. And, oh yeah, I forgot to say, I haven't actually listed Monreal yet. So we should probably do that now. So that will probably give us, with selling him and selling Debussy, it should give us over the nearly 100 million on there. Yeah. Oh, he wants to discuss his future, does he? Oh no, Monreal, you're going to China. Oh dear. No, I don't need to tell it to you. You're going to China. I probably shouldn't have skipped this far ahead, actually, because obviously I need to make the Mala thing done. Yeah, you can go on loan. Malaga won't be on loan. Nah, you stay in. Okay, I'm actually definitely going to leave it here. I'm going to save it, in fact. There we go. So yes, any suggestions on players I should buy, put them down below. If there's other players that are not on that list but you want me to have a look at, I will do so. Bearing in mind, obviously, each new save in Football Manager, especially if they're relatively unknown players, it does sort of have a random effect on their potential and current abilities. And some of them are fixed in to be really good, and others are sort of like given a chance of being really good. So that is worth bearing in mind when you're, if players from my game don't marry up to yours, or players in my game are a lot better than yours are, yours are a lot better than mine. So, right, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.